The GOP, the grand old party, the Republican Party, has collectively, it appears, decided to just move on from the Constitution. They don't give a shit about some of the most fundamental rights that were enshrined in that document here in 2026, especially not freedom of religion. You'd be surprised how many people in the Republican Party think just like this candidate does.
Islam is not a religion. Islam's a political movement. We've allowed an Islamization in America that we're going to pay for if we're not careful. I know that's going to shock some of your listeners to hear that, and I don't offer it for shock, but it is not a movement of seeking God in what many of us have viewed in other lands and have seen it, and just by the writings, it is not that. And I'm not picking on just Islam. I would offer that for Buddhism or Hinduism or many of these other pagan religions. I would like to see them not exist in the United States of America. I would like to see that everyone would refer to Christ as King. That would be my goal.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining me for this episode of Hate Comes to Main Street. Mighty Fritz may not think this conversation belongs under the heading of hate, but after you see this, you may disagree. Mighty Fritz is a current Republican member of the Tennessee legislature and a GOP candidate for governor. I reached out to him after my News Channel 5 colleague Ben Hall recently asked him to define himself.
Do you consider yourself a Christian nationalist?
So let me break that down for you quickly. I think that often people use that as a derogatory term. I am a Christian. I won't deny Christ because that has a consequence I'm not willing to persevere. I am a nationalist. I am an America first, Tennessee first person. So if someone puts that label on me, I think it's not necessarily a negative.
Except it is. You have absolutely no regard for the Constitution of the United States of America. You have absolutely no regard for one's freedom of religion. You want a theocratic state. That's not what this country is. You are free to worship as you wish, but you are not going to impose your religion on everybody in the country. You said that you want the United States of America to ban the existence of these other religions within its borders, and that everybody within the United States of America would refer to Christ as King. That's never going to fucking happen. I know I'm never going to do it. That's not, if you want a nation like that, then go find a chunk of land and create that nation. You go create the Christian nationalist paradise that you and folks like you have been dreaming about. You're not going to fucking do it here. That's not who we are.